Good morning, students. We are reading chapter 2 in Geography, Physical Features of India. In our previous sessions, up to now, we have covered all the physical features of the mainland of India. Today, we will discuss about the two groups of islands which are located in the Arabian Sea and the Bay of Bengal. They are named as the Lakshadweep Island Group and the Andaman and Nicobar Islands Group. Let's begin with the Lakshadweep Islands. Look at the map carefully. You will find that the Lakshadweep Island Group lie close to the Malabar coast of Kerala. There are about 36 islands, out of which only 10 islands are inhabited. It means only on the 10 islands people are living. These islands are well known for the great diversity of flora and fauna. The Piti Island, which is an uninhabited island in this group, is a bird sanctuary. This group of islands is composed of small coral islands. The name comes from the coral reefs that have popular tourist attraction. Earlier, these islands were known as Laccadive, Minicoy and Amendai. In 1973, these were named as Lakshadweep. These islands cover a small area of 32 square kilometers. Kavaratti Island is the administrative headquarters or capital of this group of islands. Now, let's talk what are corals. Coral polyps are the microscopic marine organisms which have very short lifespans. They flourish in shallow, mud-free warm waters and they generally live in colonies. The coral reefs are built of a combination of hard rock-like secretion from the coral polyps and their skeletons. There are three kinds of reefs. First, the barrier reef, second, atoll, and third, fringe reef. Now, what is the barrier reef? A barrier reef is one that is separated from the mainland by a lagoon. Now, what is a lagoon? A lagoon is a stretch of salt water separated from the sea by a sandbank. The Great Barrier Reef of Australia is one such example. Moving to the next, what is an atoll? An atoll is a circular or horseshoe-shaped coral reefs. They extend all the way around the lagoon, forming the shape of a circle or horseshoe. Maldives in the Indian Ocean are one such example of atoll. Now, the third type of reef is the fringe reef. A fringe reef is one that is directly attached to a shore. This type of reef you can find in the Caribbean or in the Red Sea. Now, let's move to the second group of islands, namely the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. The Andaman and Nicobar Island is a long chain of islands located in the Bay of Bengal, and they extends from north to south. Remember that the Indira Point, the southernmost point of Indian Union, also located here only. There are numerous scattered islands in the chain. Most of these islands are bigger in size if we compare them with the Lakshadweep Islands. The entire group of islands can be divided in two broad categories. The northern islands are known as the Andaman Islands and the southern islands are known as the Nicobar Islands. Now, the most important thing to memorize here, the 10-degree north parallel line or latitude separate the Andaman Islands from the Nicobar Islands. It is said that the Andaman and Nicobar Islands are an elevated portion of the submarine mountains. These islands are very close to the equator, and that's why they have equatorial type of climate. Such type of climate has resulted in thick forest cover in this region. Like the Lakshadweep Islands, the Andaman and Nicobar Islands also have a great variety of flora and fauna. The most important or interesting feature of the Andaman and Nicobar Island is that they house India's only active volcano. This volcano is located on Barren Island. We have studied about all the physiographic divisions of India. Each physiographic division of India complements the other by providing valuable natural resources to the country. Let's talk about the northern mountains. The northern mountains are the major source of water as well as the forest wealth. As these mountains are snow covered and so many glaciers are there, and they continuously provide water to the rivers. Next, the northern plains. The northern plains are the granaries of the country. Our country has become self-sufficient in the food production due to the northern plains only. The peninsular plateau provides mineral wealth, which is very essential and vital for the industrialization of the country. The coastal plains are also very important because they are the important centers of fishing and port activity. Thus, we can say that the diverse physical features of land have immense future possibilities of development in India. We finish our session also here and the chapter also here. Thank you and have a nice day.